All right, now let's go to the next topic, whether Mitt Romney is actually crazy. Now, we're not suggesting Mitt Romney's crazy. Ann Romney's suggesting it. She was doing a local interview here, and listen to what she said.
I think my biggest concern, obviously, would just be for his mental well-being. I have all the confidence in the world in his ability, in his decisiveness, in his leadership skills, in his understanding of the economy, in his understanding of what's missing right now in the economy, what, you know, the pieces that are missing to get this jump started. So for me, I think it would just be the emotional part of it.
So now we wanted to give you the full context there. Okay, so that's Ann Romney saying her biggest concern if Mitt Romney got into office would be his mental well-being. I don't know why she says that. But you know what? We looked around a little bit and we found some things that Mitt Romney has said that's a little on the questionable side. Here.
It seems right here. The trees are the right height. I like seeing the lakes. I love the lakes. There's something very special here. The Great Lakes, but also all the little inland lakes that dot the parts of Michigan.
I love all the little lakes. All the trees are the right height. Yeah, definitely. More from Romney.
I love cars. I don't know. I mean, I grew up totally in love with cars. It used to be in the 50s and 60s, if you showed me 1 square foot of almost any part of a car, I could tell you what brand it was, the model, and so forth. Now with all the Japanese cars, I'm not quite so good at it, but I still know the American cars pretty well. And drive a Mustang. I love cars. I love American cars.
Yeah, I love cars. Love trees. All the same height. Square inch. Could tell you. Japanese threw me for a loop. So then they're asking him at one point, John Ward from Huffington Post said, look, you look like you're in the final stretch here. Do you have to really exert yourself even more on the campaign trail? And he had this bizarre answer. He said, quote, "Ha ha, we're in the stretch, aren't we? Look at those clouds. It's beautiful. Look at those things." What? Wait a minute, what the hell does that have to do with the stretch and the clouds? The what? And then he wanted a secret trip to Solyndra. And everybody was like, why did it have to be secret? Why don't you just go do a press conference? I know, this is the thing that you guys always talk about. Solyndra, Solyndra. Here's his explanation. Quote, "If the president's going to have his people coming to my rallies and heckling, why, we'll show him that we conservatives have the same kind of capacity he does. Yeah, we'll show him. All right, but why are you there all secret? Why didn't you tell anybody about it?" Quote, never mind. I don't have that quote. Fail. No, that's not it. That was a quote from earlier. Solyndra, not guilty. Not Solyndra. Mitt Romney on Solyndra, apparently, because we don't have the evidence to back it up. Okay, anyways. So, Jayar Jackson, Mitt Romney, crazy or not crazy? Loco or no loco?
I'm gonna go no. He's obsessed with being accepted. You know, he had to go to Michigan. I love Michigan. You know, I love about Michigan. It's like a Mitt. Then it's like a Mitt. Now, my name is Mitt, so you guys must like me, right? Mitt and a Mitt. You put your hand up, it's like Mitt, and then there's lakes and there's cars. You know, there's cars and I like American cars, dude, not Hondas, just American cars. He's like desperate to be accepted. So if he went to another state, he'd ramble on about how perfect things are there when he has no idea what he's talking about. It sounds crazy, but he's not.
JR, I agree with you. Not guilty. Now, look, she brought it up. She just means that she hopes that he's all right and he's going to be fine and it's not a real issue. And yeah, he says weird things because he's an awkward dude. He can't relate to you. He's trying to relate to you, right? He's like, you like cars? I like cars. Okay. You like tacos? I like tacos. Okay. Trees? Well, shoot, right here in Michigan, they're all the right height. Vote for me. Okay. It's a pander fail. It's not really that he's crazy. Are we not merciful? On the other hand, there is this.
Every night before you go to bed?
I do pray every night, yeah.
What do you ask for?
Very measured.
Well, it's time for Harry to put up or shut up.
Was there ever any year when you paid lower than the 13.9%?
Well, I haven't calculated that. I guess Speaker Gingrich doesn't have our phone number.
Will you follow your father's example?
Maybe.
Huh.